Hello and welcome. I am Rachel Hill, the CEO of Travel Logic Global, and we support tourism bureaus, government agencies, and travel brands and organizations increase their tourism revenue and brand awareness utilizing digital marketing, social media, and communication strategies. So in this video, I am so excited to share it with you because this is one of my favorite projects that the agency has worked on. And that is with, it was actually a partnership between Norwegian Airlines and Finland. Yes, the country of Finland, and more specifically, the Laplands, which is the Arctic Circle part of Finland. So this was such a really cool and unique project, and I'm super excited to share with you this case study of how we were able to help elevate this brand and help the Arctic Circle become a destination to consider for diverse audiences. So I'm going to share my screen and we will get started. Alrighty, so this is a Visit Finland. Okay, so first let's start with the summary and the primary goal. So the primary goal of this project was to entice Black American travelers and also Hispanic travelers and Asian American travelers to explore Finland and the Arctic Circle, again, via Norwegian Airlines, who was the primary partner. So the goals included increasing brand awareness, credibility, and a preference to fly on Norwegian Airlines as its preferred budget airline to destinations around the world. Also, they wanted to increase the click-through rate on the United States Norwegian's website, specifically about Finland and other Scandinavian countries. So this particular project was a sub-project of an overall bigger project to elevate Norwegian Airlines as a preferred airline. And of course, to increase conversions on flights booked to Finland utilizing a unique permalink identifier. So the project summary is that Norwegian Airlines essentially was rapidly expanding into new markets within North America and wanted to take a very different approach to gaining brand trust and credibility with some diverse audiences within the American traveler demographic. And some of these marketing methods was to create marketing activations that targeted Black and Brown and other travelers of color to encourage them to explore Scandinavian destinations. So our role, Travel Logic Global's role on this project, was to help create a marketing campaign strategy. And a part of that strategy is, again, how do you convince Black Americans specifically, which is the demographic that I was covering, who historically don't like cold temperatures and historically don't live in Arctic temperatures. How do you convince this demographic of people to consider going to, negative degree weather to enjoy a vacation? Right. So this was really fun and quite challenging to come up with something that would position this destination in front of an audience who historically may not have been as receptive. Also to create content, and I was also over creating some reporting and analytic and insights for Norwegian and for Finland tourism to use moving forward. So a part of the challenge is, again, how do you convince Black American travelers to consider traveling and vacationing in a destination that is typically deemed unattractive to Americans? So some of these insights includes some insights I want to share with you is at the time, Black Americans were spending over $63 billion in travel services alone. However, it was highly concentrated in the Caribbean, Mexico, and taking cruises. Now, at the time of recording this, we are in the middle of a global pandemic. So cruises were still a thing back in 2018, but this was the spending power of Black Americans during that time. There is a huge market gap, obviously, right? Because these are only 3 segments of the world that people were traveling, and there is a huge opportunity for other destinations to convince this group of travelers that are spending over 60 billion to come to their destination. And historically, like I mentioned before, how do you convince Black people, Black Americans specifically, or people of color, I could probably say that as well. How do you convince them to go to a place where, it's, again, negative temperatures and the activities aren't laying on, under an umbrella and sipping a margarita? It looks more like dog sledding and snowmobiling and ice fishing. And psychologically, there isn't a lot of imagery, a lot of content where you see various people of color in these sorts of destinations. So that's also an opportunity and a fact and an insight that we wanted to highlight to the brand and come up with a strategy to overcome these different challenges. So what was the solution? So we decided to create a visually engaging and super relatable campaign, and also track the results of the campaign utilizing a unique identifier code, using some technical codes on the back end to track all of the people who were utilizing our coupon codes, utilizing certain links that we had to specific landing pages and other aspects that we created to make sure that we were tracking all of the aspects of the campaign. And another part of our strategy, how do we actually make this this campaign to travel to Finland? How do we make it super engaging, super creative, fun, and enticing to people who, again, normally would not consider this? And so our strategy was to develop a rap video and to also capture people of color in doing these fun and unique activities. And so let's talk a little bit about the results here. So after we go through these points, I'm actually going to show you the video that we created and another sample image of some of the visuals that we created for the campaign. So here are some of the results. There was approximately a 300% website increase for over 2 weeks while this campaign was running. Now, to be clear, we created a dedicated landing page for this campaign, and we also had some influencers, some travel writers, and some other travel professionals that went to do this campaign in Finland who had large online followings. So hence the 300% increase in website traffic. But either way, that is such a huge accomplishment because what we created was actually really cool, and I can't wait to show you. The brand itself reported a 4% increase, and the increase was flights booked. So that was our KPI to Scandinavian destinations. So what that told us is, based on our campaign, that people were actually considering going to these really cool and unique Scandinavian destinations, specifically Finland, to enjoy vacation. And we saw an increase in our social listening insights, and looking at past customers who utilized Norwegian before, looking at the comments where people, either had really good things to say about Norwegian and flying them in the past, or not so nice things to say. And we were able to still collect those insights and pass them on to the airline. And then, of course, we were able to do the same for Finland and share with them some of the insights that people had about how amazing it was to see people of color traveling there and making it enticing, and people actually saying, I think I might want to go there. So, and then the last thing is that yours truly was featured in September 2018 Norwegian Airlines in-flight magazine for doing this campaign. So that was really cool, just to be in an in-flight magazine. Like, why not? So this is the video. Let me be quiet. And here is an image of me. I was able to go on the trip and help supervise some of the aspects of the campaign, but this is dog sledding. And there we have it. That is our Visit Finland case study. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are looking forward or wanting to work more with us at Travel Logic Global, feel free to reach out. You can find us at travellogicglobal.com. You can also find us on YouTube and LinkedIn. We look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye-bye.